Okay, we're on to our Crossbred Barrow offerings. These would be 120 litters. We're going to offer 20, 21, and 22. These would be the three 120 litter barrows. We're going to start with introducing the litter. They're sired by Cruel 95, which would be the Brockman boar. This will be our second crop of them. Very good litter and very good crop of these here in our second go round and using them. Figured out how to use them, and we're very excited about the feedability of these particular pigs that we've got in this offering in our group here in this farrowing. Mother is an overruled Dirty Lovin', overruled gilt that got showed in Georgia last year and had a very successful show career for a young family there, and did a great job. Grabbed a few banners there at some jackpots, and excited to get her back, and she's done a killer job here in her first litter. We're going to start off with lot 20. This would be 120-2, and this pig here is one that's caught our eye and catches a lot of people's eye because he is unbelievable in terms of look and design with his head and neck and his proportions. But to have that much heaviness of skeleton with that immature of a look and still have some back shape, we think this barrow needs to get high on a list because he is feedability is good, his squareness is good, he's mobile, he's correct, and still one that's got an awesome immature kind of a look with that kind of back shape and bone. We think that one's upside is extremely good. Where he ends, we're not sure. We think he's potential awesome jackpot pig for sure. He's a June. Probably could stretch into a big July bear at the same time if you need him to, because he's not too big, not too tall, not too long, but one that's just going to stay together, we think, extremely well and be very competitive all spring and summer long. 120-3 is the pounds lighter bear, and he's one that we think could stretch into that July setting, we think, without any kind of question. And he's probably the most immature about it, but man, he's a neat-necked one that's up on his toes and still very shapely on the top side of his skeleton. And we think once he fleshes up and does the right things, we think that one can be a big bear that is going to be very competitive for his extra look, his extra shape, his design. A hog that's still square coming and going and still gives you a very good kind of a look that's going to get you that second look. The next one is lot 22. This would be the 120-5 barrow, and he's one that's very similar to the first one I talked about in terms of one that's still elevated, still stout, proportions are good, looks like one that's going to set together and just maintain where he needs to be, and an easy feeding kind of a hog. But he's really a stout skulled barrow, up on his toes like his brother. He's got a big hind leg working in him with some shape and muscle, and still square off both ends. And we think one that's going to feed into a really good kind of competitive hog. Ending point for him, probably that June, July, we think, but one that's going to be a fun one, to easy one to feed for darn sure. But really high on this 120 litter, different endpoints for these barrows, but we think very big upsides.